I've always loathed police informers. Cooperating with the police is as bad as murder. But when I see how eagerly this detective is working, I'm glad we're in this together. He even bought a map of the sewers, and we found the place where I had lost the night rider. If we knew where he went, then we could find his hideout. Briscoe came out with something again. He read through a notebook and looked really assertive. I'm sure he's found something.
Vypadá to tak. Sice teďkomc děláme dost velkou špínu, ale v podstatě je to pořád součást pomsty. Totiž za Briana, víte? A navíc, jestliže chceme začít nový život v Americe, tak musíme mít ten lístek. Takže musíme detektivovi pomoct za každou cenu. A pak doufat, že dodrží svý slovo.
So tell me, detective, what did you find out?
The account book really helped me. Have you ever heard of Lord Gismond?
No, I'm not from around here.
Neither am I. Father Mulcahy helped me with it. Lord Gismond is an old oddity. He travels out. Sometimes he disappears for several months, and when he comes back, he shocks the locals with a new eccentricity. For instance, he goes around wearing bizarre masks. They tolerate him only because he is very rich and old.
He probably went crazy due to his money. I hate people like that. But why are we talking about him?
I found his name in the account book and in Sir William's diary. They had several appointments together. Lord Gismond bought grounds from him for more than reasonable prices.
He definitely didn't care how much he paid. He's rich enough.
Nor did he care for the grounds. Maybe he just wanted to buy Sir William's favour.
But isn't it strange? Why would the old man need him? I can think of only one reason, but it's pretty perverse.
Only as perverse as it is to tame the local legend and introduce him to the town's elite.
Oh, I see. But how's that related to the Night Rider and all the murders?
I don't know yet, but the location of Gismond's mansion is very interesting. It's located near the place where you lost sight of the Night Rider.
That would be too lucky a coincidence. But an old man couldn't do that. You saw what he did to Jack, didn't you?
I don't claim Lord Gismond did it. It could have been Sir William. His body has not been found, and remember what I already told you? He was buried alive. Who knows how it changes a person? I cannot imagine it, but I believe such an experience would scar any normal man.
Probably, yes, but how should I know? He was probably never really normal anyway.
Well, yes, all those defamations and stories about his past. He just might be the murderer. I thought of it before, but it seemed too improbable to me. Yet now I think it is more than certain. We have to check it out.
Yeah, you mean I have to check it out?
Exactly. I will get a boat and we'll meet at the canal crossroad in an hour.
The same canals again. That'll be exciting.
Kruci, to se máme na co těšit. Zase zpátky do kanálu. To je snad naše prokletí, nebo co? Každopádně nemáme u sebe už vůbec nic. Ani ten zatracený leták.
It's fresh. The priest must have changed it. I'm not sure what to do with it. I used to go to churches only to steal.
Jo, necháme to bejt a měli bychom vyrazit do těch stok. Takže to vypadá, že ten Gismond se paktoval s Williamem. Možná ho nějak přesvědčil, aby začal vraždit ten William. A možná to byl právě on. Ale proč? Jenom kvůli tomu, že byl takovej divnej? O co mu šlo? Těžko říct. Ale možná, že tohle je šance to zjistit. Měli bychom jít.
What if the police are there? I can't risk it. I should find the priest. When he refused to help me bury Brian, he might at least show me a safe way to the canal.
To je pravda, ty kanály se táhnou pod celým městem, nebo alespoň pod jeho značnou částí. Takže kdybychom našli nějaký bližší vchod, bylo by to bezpečnější.
He allowed me to stay here only on the condition I won't go any further into the church. He's afraid I might steal something. I could try to call up to him. I don't even know his name. I'm not going to scream something like, "Hey you, priest, come here."
No, ale mohli bychom to tak zkusit. Protože kde tady asi zjistíme jeho jméno? Tady, jak má tu kasičku.
The writing on the donation box says, "Father Mulcahy thanks the generous donors." He must be the local churchman or something.
Jo, takže otec Mulcahy. Tak jo, zavoláme na něj.
Father Mulcahy, are you there? I need to talk to you.
Old codger. He pretends he can't hear me, but I know he can. I have to figure out how to elicit him.
To snad není možný, ten dědek. To si snad jako dělá srandu, nebo co? Nebo že by se nás tak bál? No jo, mohli bychom předstírat, že už jako odcházíme. A třeba ho to vyláká.
I could slam the door. The priest will think I left and he might come out.
Ah, you are still here. I wanted to lock the entrance.
Wait, Father Mulcahy. I need to talk to you.
If it is so important.
To teda je, tak jako nedělejte, že tu nejste, já vás vidím.
He doesn't seem to be pleased to see me.
You don't like me, do you? What is it they say? Love your fellow man? I guess I'm not your fellow man.
You are wrong.
You tell me. Why didn't you come when I was calling you?
Shouting is not allowed in the church, nor is stealing.
You're one to talk. My friend was murdered and you don't care.
You shall be grateful I allowed you to stay here, although I regret it.
Show me how I can get into the sewers and you'll never see me again. That's what you want, isn't it?
If I help you, then it is only on account of Detective Briscoe. Unlike you, he is a decent man.
Oh yeah, sure. All policemen are saints and will go to heaven.
Follow me. The nearest passage is through the toilet in the cellar. You should not quarrel.
What did he mean? The passage through the latrine wasn't as bad as the following hour of wandering around the sewers. I almost gave up hope I'd ever find it, when suddenly I heard the familiar sound of water.
You are late. I couldn't go through the theatre. I took another way and strayed for a while. All right.
The main thing is that you're here.
Listen, I was thinking it through and I still don't understand. What do you need me for? Call your colleagues and it'll be over.
I could have expected this. If you flinch now, I'll cancel our deal.
But I don't want to go there. I'm no madman, you know. What do you expect me to do? Do you think I'll jump into that stinking canal, find a lunatic and record his footprints? And then bring them to you on a silver platter? This is your job, detective.
Please, calm down. Nobody wants you to do such things. I just need to be sure we are following the correct lead. I can't afford to make another mistake.
And I can't afford to die in a stinking canal.
So you prefer to go to jail and become a galley slave? Make up your mind quickly. I don't have time to waste.
This isn't a choice you're offering me, detective, and you know it.
Just stop shouting and get on the boat. You will go through tunnel A, look for a hidden dock. The Night Rider uses canals as an escape route. Therefore, there must be a place where he hides his boat.
And then?
Try to get in. Then come back and tell me what you saw. That is all I want.
Just to make this clear, this is the last task I'm doing for you.
That will depend on what you bring back. Good luck, Mr. Muller.
Priggish man. He left all the dirty work to me.
Zatracený mizera. Co když nás ten Lord Gizmond vyčmuchá, když nás tam najde? A nebo ten jeho kámoš, Noční jezdec? No nic, nemáme na výběr, takže říkal kanál A. Jo, ten patrně vede právě k sídlu Lorda Gizmonda.
The detective thinks the Night Rider went this way. The mansion of the rich lord should be somewhere in this direction. It's impossible to go further by foot.
Pěšky tam jít nemůžeme. Sice tady jsou nějaký dveře C, B, A, ale to spíš asi vede někam nahoru ven, nebo tak.
It doesn't look very solid. Nobody has stepped on it for years, I guess. I'm not going there. I have a boat.
Radši tam nahoru ani nepolezem. Nejradši bych se na to ale úplně vykašlal a šel pryč.
If it was so easy, I'd be far away from here. I owe it to Brian. And on top of that, I need the detective to get me the boat ticket.
Jo, je to naše šance, jak zmizet. Konec konců pořád jsme uprchlej zločinec. Boldové po nás jdou a když nám sežene lístek, tak utečem do Ameriky a tam na nás nemůžou. Je to naše jediná šance.
The boat might be smaller. I doubt it'll fit in the canal. Somebody must have untied the rope.
To jo, měli bychom to nejdřív obodvázat.
He bound it tight. He was afraid the boat might float away. This is a good rope. It could be a bit longer, but it would be enough for strangling someone.
Ten provaz by se nám mohl hodit.
It looks like it can hold a bigger load.
Tak jo, pojďme na to. Projížďka smradlavým kanálem. A to asi nebude moc příjemný.
Let's do it. Although the tunnel wasn't too wide, now and then it was pretty easy to row. Thanks to that, I sailed quite fast, and after some time got into a calmer waterway. But there was no trace of a dock, and once a chilly wind blew through the sewers. It could have either been the freezing touch of death, or an escape from the underground was near. I found it. I did it. This is an ideal place. I'll take a look upstairs. If the detective's right, then there should be a noble lord's mansion.
Jo. A tam nejspíš najdeme nočního jezdce.
I let my boat float away so it wouldn't be noticeable. I'll take this one instead.
Nepochybně právě tady vystoupil. Konec konců je to jeho člun. Takže jsme tu správně.
Somebody must have untied the rope. Nice knot, but nothing I can't cope with. It's too early for this.
Kdyby na to přišlo, odvážeme to a zdrháme. A jelikož tu žádný jiný člun není, tak by nás ani nemohl pronásledovat.
It's nothing special, but at least I could flatten myself against the wall. I don't need it right now.
Kdyby bylo nejhůř, můžeme se tamhle za rohem schovat.
There are plenty of these in the sewers. It's rusty. It'll fall apart. One spike will be enough.
Jako tenkrát.
It reminds me of my first day in Plymouth. A similar thing helped me a lot back then.
Jo, možná, že ta špice nám pomůže. Když tady vidím ale to zábradlí. Možná bychom tady mohli nastražit past.
This is a good place for a trap, but no need to set any right now.
Radši ne, necháme si to možná na později. I když doufám, že to nebude potřeba.
I have to be careful. No one must know I'm here. I can see inside through the crack. There's probably an ordinary latch, but that shouldn't be a problem.
Jo, je tam vidět nějaká místnost, ale ta závora to blokuje.
I can manage, but I've got to lift it somehow. There's a crack in the door, but it's not wide enough for my fingers.
Není šance, že bychom to zvedli jenom prstem, ale možná bychom do té škvíry mohli nasunout ten hrot. Jeho špice je dostatečně úzká.
Just a bit further. Somebody's up there. I can hear a melody.
Jo, nějaká hudba. Možná ze zhora. Mohli bychom se tam opatrně podívat.
I'm not going anywhere. It's too dangerous.
Radši ne. Zůstaneme tady, bude to tady možná bezpečnější. Tady je nějaká podivná zeď. Vypadá to jako zazděné dveře.
I don't know what's behind the wall, but someone obviously doesn't want it to get out. Someone went to great pains to hide it.
Rukama to rozhodně neotevřem. Ale možná bychom mohli zkusit opět ten hrot. Když pročistíme spáry mezi cihlama, možná je půjde rozebrat.
I need a demolition hammer. This is useless.
Je to marný. A navíc o ten hrot jsme přišli. Škoda. Tady je nějaký divný mechanismus. Špagát vede přes tamhle tu kladku nahoře až k tomu háku.
It looks like an instrument of torture. It's too high. Just old junk. Nothing happened. It's just a piece of old junk.
Jo, točí se to na zdi, ale to nepotřebujem. A pak je tu řetěz.
Is it blood?
What does it mean?
I will find out, sir.
Where did it come from?
I think it came from the cellar, sir.
Go and take a look around in there.
Damn, somebody's coming.
A doháje. To není dobrý. Už nehrajou.
I can't hear the music. Somebody's coming.
Jsou tam minimálně dva. Nejspíš noční jezdec a někdo. A měli bychom zmizet. Nejlepší bude naskočit na loďku a vypadnout.
Somebody must have untied the rope.
Jo.
They'd notice if I stole the boat. I couldn't return.
Ne, to je pravda. Když teďka utečem, jistě si všimnou, že ten člun je pryč a budou vědět, že tu někdo je. Nebo tedy, že tu někdo byl. Možná bychom se mohli schovat tamhle.
It's better than doing nothing.
There's nobody here.
I can see.
Maybe it was just a rat.
Go and have a look downstairs. I want certainty.
As you wish, sir. Not a soul in there, sir. You don't have to worry.
But I do worry. So open this thing. I want to be sure our friend is all right. Good. That's enough. Let it be and follow me. Light the fire and bring me some brandy. I am chilled to the bone.
That was him. The night rider. This may be important. I have to find out what's going on.
Jo, ale vypadá to, že ten druhej mu rozdává rozkazy. To znamená, že noční jezdec mu nejspíš jako slouží. Takže to není jakoby šéf toho zločinu tady. A ten, kdo ho řídí, možná je to právě, jak to říkal ten detektiv, Lord Gismond. Těžko říct.
Just a minute. If I haven't misheard, then there should be another room somewhere. What did they say about a friend?
Jo, říkali, že tu někoho mají. No, asi bychom pořád radši neměli chodit tam nahoru.
I'm not going anywhere. It's too dangerous.
Ale počkat. Ten hák na laně. Jak to, že v jiné pozici?
I'd say it was a bit higher just a minute ago.
Nepochybně. Možná bychom mohli zachytit za to koleso, pak s ním otočit, navinout to a...
Something occurred to me. Isn't the rope lower now? Incredible. How come I didn't notice the cover before?
Tajný průchod. No teda, kam to asi vede?
God, what a smell. How could anybody bear it?
Je tu nějaký mrtvej chlap. A cesta do mrazáku.
Pretty chilly draft fans from here. I don't want to go there. A gypsy fortune teller foretold I'd freeze to death.
Tak to bychom tam radši opravdu neměli chodit. I když na mrazák je to tam nějaký divný, vidím tam nějaký stůl a police. A vlastně i tady spousta nějakých baněk a Bůh ví jakýho svinstva.
If they gave him that to drink, then it's no surprise he's dead. This isn't for me.
Radši to necháme na pokoji. Těžko říct, k čemu to je a tak. A co ten chlap?
What kind of a beast would kill a man like this? It looks awful, just like every other corpse I've ever seen.
Jo, ale zabili ho tady jako zvíře.
Strange. They left his ring here. He doesn't need it now anyway. They're coming back. Damn.
To není dobrý. Ale máme ten prstýnek. A vypadá to, jako by mu něco chybělo.
Some rogue got ahead of me and removed the stone from it. Pity. It would be 10 times more valuable.
No jo, ale i tak dobrý. Vypadá to, že snad ze zlata. No teda.
I think I've already seen enough. I'll be glad if I get back to the church.
Měli bychom odsaď rychle vypadnout.
I don't want to end up like him.
Jo, čas jít. A hodně rychle.
What are you doing? Where are you going?
Something is wrong, he said. The door to the sewer was open, but I'm sure I closed it yesterday.
You idiot! Don't you understand I cannot take risks like this? Go down immediately. Take this for the rats.
If they find me, it's over. Where can I hide around here?
To je špatný. Možná bychom mohli proběhnout.
It's too late. I have to hide.
Není čas. Určitě půjdou sem dolů. Všimnou si, že je to tady otevřený. Jedině do mrazáku.
They're here.
Can you tell me who left the cover open?
It wasn't me. Somebody's inside.
So stop idling around and get inside, you dimwit.
Maybe you should go back upstairs.
Nonsense! I want to see the intruder, and you will kill him when I tell you.
I'm trapped. This is the end.
If somebody was here, he's gone, you know.
Are you sure? What about the cooling chamber?
It's locked, sir. Even an idiot wouldn't shut himself inside willingly.
Stop being so insolent and think. Who was it?
I have no idea. Everybody involved is dead, as you commanded.
Still, the journalist and the detective remain. Are you sure it was one of them who disturbed you back there in the theater?
It couldn't be anybody else, sir. Don't worry. I destroyed all connections leading to you.
You forgot about the tailor's account book.
If I didn't find it, nobody else will. What will we do with those 2 runs? Shall I take care of them?
No. Detective Briscoe is completely harmless after the complete drama you laid out for him. And the police will take care of the journalist. They'll suspect him of the gravedigger's murder. Everything has turned out just as we wanted.
Yet somebody was hit.
Yes, you're right, but we are finished here anyway. Take another look around and then you can start packing our suitcases.
Just one more question. What are we going to do with our guest?
Oh yes, we cannot leave him here. If They found him, all her work would be for nothing.
I can bury him on Gallows Hill. Nobody will ever look for him there.
Delightful idea. So take care of him as well. But first, our suitcases.
Tak takhle to je. Plánujou vtrhnout. Potom, co noční jezdec na příkaz to zmetka povraždil všechny svědky. A chystají se ještě na toho detektiva a novináře. I když ten Lord Gismond, pokud to je vážně on, nevěří, že by ty dva mohli být nebezpeční. Naopak, na novináře to hoděj. Ale nevědí, že my jsme ještě naživu. Kež by to takhle zůstalo. Jenomže možná, že dlouho naživu nebudem. Jak se dostaneme ven?
It's covered with a layer of ice. I'm not sure whether I can pick it up. It won't move, but warm urine might melt the ice. Nature's not calling me right now.
Není to špatný nápad. Nouzový situace si jako žádají nouzový řešení, víte? Jenomže zrovna teďka se nám nechce, jako na podvoru.
I can't do anything with it. At least as long as it's frozen.
Není tu něco, co bychom mohli vypít, třeba by se nám potom chtělo. Jenže když vidím, co je tady naloženo v těch nádobách, to je hnus.
I'd be lying if I said I knew what these are for. I don't need flowers.
Radši to necháme na pokoji. Je to nějaká divná laboratoř, tomu nerozumím.
These seeds must be from some really precious plants if they have to be stored in salt. I don't care about these seeds as much as about the salt.
Taková sůl by se nám mohla hodit.
I threw all the filth away. Only the salt remained.
Tady napravo je obrovský řeznický nůž.
If they find me, I'll have the chance to experience how sharp it is.
Jo, nedivil bych se, kdyby nám chtěli useknout ruce.
I see it's working.
Nevím, jestli je to dobře nebo špatně. A pak tu visí maso na háku.
If I tried to reach out for it, the coolant would turn my arms into icicles. I'm not going to risk losing my arms. I need them for stealing.
O ruce nemůžem přijít. Živí nás.
It's stuck deep in the frozen meat. I'd need dynamite for that. I won't get it out just like that. I must think up something else.
Ten hák by se možná hodil. Jenomže dokud ho chladí ten stroj, tak není šance.
I don't know how, but it's producing a coolant. I don't want to touch it. It might blow up by accident and I could give it all up.
Možná bychom to mohli nějak zastavit. Vypadá to jako ovladací ventil.
I can't get it. It's stuck in the ice.
Zatraceně.
It's so cold it hurts.
Musí tady být taková zima. Ale možná by to ta sůl dokázala rozpustit.
I could wait for ages. What I really need is brute force. But how am I going to do that?
No jo, to nepůjde. Jak bychom taky dokázali zajistit, aby ta sůl zůstala na tom ventilu? Popadá dolů, to se ví. To by chtělo nějakou rovnou plochu.
It must be possible to open it somehow.
Vypadá to, že tam venku už nikdo není. Jenom tam pořád mají tu mrtvolu. Ta páka, kdybychom ji dokázali zvednout.
I can't even see it, but I know it's there. If I pulled it, the door would open. I can't reach it. This is the end.
Nedosáhnem tam. Zatraceně. My tady umrznem. Musíme něco rychle vymyslet, jinak tady vážně zmrznem. Ale když nedokážeme rozmrazit ten ventil, možná bychom dokázali rozmrazit tady tu výpust, ten filtr.
In better districts, sidewalks are salted so the ground doesn't freeze. Maybe it could work here as well. It works. The ice melted.
No vida, není to špatný, bude to sebrat. Jo, ale tam dolů se rozhodně nevejdeme, nemůžeme tam tudy utíct.
It could be useful only for breaking somebody's head.
Nebo možná na rozbití tamhle toho ledu.
I hope nobody heard me.
Nebylo to moc hlasitý.
It's working. I can try it with my sleeve. Now it shouldn't be a problem.
Tak, konečně. Ale pořád je tu strašný chladno. Ale především, možná už bychom mohli sáhnout tamhle na to maso.
Now I could manage to take it down.
Tak jo. Možná se nám podaří odseknout ten hák.
Pulling it out won't be easy. It won't move.
No jo, vytáhnout to nejde. Budeme teda sekat.
This wasn't smart. I can't pull it out now.
Zatraceně, to snad není pravda. Ten nůž tam uvíznul.
It won't move.
Nejde to, nedokážeme to zvednout.
How could I know it'll stick in there? I'm not a butcher.
Možná bychom to mohli zkusit stejně. Tou solí. Jako u té mřížky kanálu.
I'll try to salt it. Maybe it'll ease off.
No, výborně.
Oh, that was close, but I did it. Pulling it out won't be easy.
Teď už ale možná jo. Haha.
I almost gave up hope it would work.
Jo, hák je náš. Tady je takový miniaturní bug, protože ten hák nemá žádný popisek, žádný název, na rozdíl od ostatních věcí.
It's very dull, but it doesn't matter.
Ale komentář k němu je. A hlavně, že ho máme. Tak, a teď vyhákneme tu páčku nahoru. Ne, počkat. Tam to přece nedosáhne, no jasně. Nejprve by to chtělo ten hák přivázat na to lano, jako takovej prut.
I hope I tied it tightly. I almost can't feel my fingers.
Tak.
It's a primitive tool, but I can't think of anything better now.
Bude to muset stačit.
This is the last try. I can't feel my fingers. Great. The rope saved me. I'll keep it for a while, but I won't need the hook anymore.
Konečně je otevřeno. A možná, že to lano se nám ještě bude hodit. Už jsem myslel, že tam zmrznem.
Nobody can make me go back there.
Ne, ani nápad. Zpátky už nikdy, ani za nic. Měli bychom vypadnout. To tělo tady ale pořád je. To znamená, že noční jezdec sem ještě přijde, aby ho odnesl a potom, jak to říkali, aby ho zakopal na šibeničním vrchu. No, musíme teďka vypadnout.
My God, if I survive this, I promise I'll never steal again. God, what should I do now? He's following me.
Jo, jdou po nás.
I won't run right into his jab.
Ne, zpátky ani náhodou. Co budeme dělat? Schováme se, jako minule.
God, what should I do now? He's following me.
Tak to se moc nepovedlo, že jo? Ten noční jezdec není zase takovej hlupák, ale je to vlastně na takovou zajímavou poznámečku pod čarou, protože je to zvláštní, jelikož snad ve všech hrách od Future Games je možné a celkem často, že hráč jako hrdina může zemřít. Tady je to ku podivu taky, ale skoro až v samotném závěru hry. No, tak to nám holt nevyšlo. Tak co uděláme? No jasně, utečeme, na loďce.
Somebody must have untied the rope.
Hlavně rychle.
I'm getting out. God, what should I do now? He's following me.
No tak to se nám taky nepovedlo. Zatraceně. Nemáme tolik času, abychom mohli něco vymýšlet. Ale máme to lano a už nás to napadlo, že bychom taky mohli tady vytvořit past. Možná, že teď nadešla její chvíle.
It's my only chance.
Natažený provaz. Je tak malej, že tam ani není pořádně vidět. Ale snad to zabere. A teď se tady schováme.
A night rider. Oh, good. I killed Brian's murderer.
No teda. Dostali jsme ho.
He's really dead.
Je vážně po něm.
I'm not such a fool. Maybe he's just pretending and waiting for me to stoop down.
To je pravda. Totiž možná není po něm. Možná jenom předstírá, že je po něm. A když se sehnem, tak po nás skočí. Já nevím, a možná bychom měli radši vypadnout.
Nobody can make me go back there.
A pak tam byl ten druhej, to asi bude ten Lord Gizmond. Ale nevypadal tak staře. To je divný. No nic, každopádně zmizíme odsaď. Tak, rychle pryč.
I let my boat float away so it wouldn't be noticeable. I'll take this one instead.
Jasně, berem tenhleten a padáme.
I'll return to the church. I hope the detective keeps his word. I was thinking of many things on my way back. The poison Jack injected Brian and me with came from Lord Gismond and his servant's lab. It was supposed to arrange a cruel death for us. A mad servant of a mad master. Pity he died so quickly. But the old man's turn will come soon as well. The detective will take care of it. And I'll finally have time to take care of Emily.
You sent me into the lion's den, detective.
So you found me?
I think so. It was even worse than in your jail.
That was a risk I was willing to take.
Yeah, but I wasn't. If I'd known the Night Rider was going to attack me with a pistol in his hand, I'd never have stepped onto the boat.
The Night Rider?
I'm telling you, I stuck my nose into a wasp's nest and I almost lost it. Luckily, I've the experience to take care of a murderer.
Am I to believe that you killed the Night Rider? Neither Adieu Jack nor his dog's body managed it, and they were real killers, Mr. Moore. Stop pulling my leg.
I wasn't just fooling around in the canal. I was there. Why should I tell you about it? Send a patrol there, you'll see.
I just hope you are not trying to trick me, Mr. Moore. You could regret it. Now let me think. But don't go anywhere. I want you to stay within my sight.
Well, thanks for trusting me.
I don't know what he wants from me. If I'd known he'd horse about like that, I'd have brought him the Night Rider's head on a silver tray.
Tak on nám nic z toho nevěří. Je to vůbec možný? My jsme tam málem přišli o život. Málem jsme tam nejdříve umrzli a potom nás málem zastřelil ten šmejd. A je to málo.
He doesn't trust me. That's incredible. I solved his case and he still doesn't trust me. What more does he want? I should have cut off the Night Rider's head and brought it to him. Hopefully that would have opened his eyes.
Zatracený, zaslepený detektiv. Moment. Od té mrtvoly našli jsme tam ten prsten. Možná bychom mu ho měli ukázat.
You don't trust me, do you? After all I've done for you, you still don't trust me.
It's nothing personal. I don't have experience in cooperating under such circumstances. That is why I have to think through every single step in order to avoid mistakes.
I'd say that you don't know what to do right now. Maybe this'll help. I took it from some poor devil who'd been left to die of hunger.
What? This is impossible. I know this ring. You are a genius, Moore. Do you realize who you found? Sir William himself. And you are telling me this now?
Hold on. How was I supposed to know the name of a corpse in a cellar?
So he is dead. Well, we know how to deal with that. I'll take it to the prosecutor and bring assistance. A diamond I found in the tomb is hidden in my vault. It definitely fits the ring and will be indisputable proof that I'm right. Thank you, Moore. I never really believed you would manage, but you did.
So what happens now?
Hide somewhere, at least until tomorrow evening. I'm sure that Father will carry you.
It's not necessary. I'll wait in the laundry near the dock. I have an acquaintance there.
All right. We'll meet tomorrow evening. If everything goes as it should, Lord Gismond will be in prison by then, and I will have the tickets for you.
Be careful with that bastard. And, by the way, I didn't lie about the Night Rider. You can find him in the canal with a broken skull. At least you don't have to worry about him anymore.
I didn't hear this.
Finally, it's over. I can't believe it was so easy. Several hours later, I was lying by the fireplace in the laundry and thinking of that poor man in chains. I'd never have guessed it was Sir William himself. He really didn't look like a beast. His face was pale and distorted, that's true. But I thought that's how all the dead looked. The horror makes my flesh creep. What time is it? The detective should already be here. Why am I suddenly so nervous? Oh, at last, knocking on the door. The agreed signal. I'm going out. I hope you have good news for me. How did it go?
Lord Gismond is dead. He found out we're after him and he killed himself.
Bastard. I wanted to see him hang.
The worst thing is he avoided the trial. The whole incident will be silently put aside, and everything will go on as it did before.
Maybe it's better this way. The chain of murders had no end. Do you know why he did it?
I can only guess. Sir William and Lord Gismond had an almost identical abnormality. It seems they both suffered from the same rare disease that causes heightened sensitivity to light and deformed teeth.
But that's hardly the reason why they kidnapped him.
Quite the contrary. We found his notes, and also the most remarkable collection of flowers and poisons. Most of them from the Orient, where Lord Gismond spent a great deal of time.
That's true. The cooling chamber was full of things like that. What did he need them for?
As far as I know, he was seeking medicine for his disease, but he was afraid the potions might kill him. He was probably looking for somebody on whom to experiment.
I see. And that somebody would have to have the same disease.
Yet Sir William was not his sole experimental subject. In the walled-up chamber we found other bodies, all of them in an advanced state of decay.
The walled-up door. I knew there was something odd about it.
That unknown disease must be unique if he had to seek out nobility. When his last prisoner died, he had no other choice than to plan Sir William's kidnap.
That was ingenious. He almost got away with it. No one would have known Sir William's coffin was empty.
I still don't know how he managed to fake his death, but all the other murders must be related to that. The dirty work was the servant's job. His task was probably to get rid of all the witnesses.
And he almost succeeded. But now, it's over.
Not quite. We searched the cellar and found Sir William's body and plenty of other evidence. But the servant is missing.
What? The Night Rider is alive?
Exactly. Or his body was flushed away through the canals. It would be best if you board the first ship. It leaves tonight before midnight. Here are your tickets.
Detective, I still don't get it. The Night Rider was a faithful servant to his master. If he survived, he definitely wouldn't leave Lord Gismond without protection.
Perhaps he came too late. When he found out his master had poisoned himself, he fled.
Poisoned? And what did he drink? Aren't you going to order an autopsy or something?
No, the authorities would never allow it, so we will never find it out. Does it matter?
I don't know. Where is he now?
His body was taken to a secret place and buried without a funeral.
Funeral? That's it. The poison wasn't poison at all. Do you know what I mean? We have to get to him immediately.
Have you gone mad, Moore? Every single policeman is looking for you.
You're not listening to me. Lord Gismond is alive. He played the same trick on you as with Sir William.
How did you find it out?
You wouldn't believe me. But the Night Rider will dig him up and everything will start again unless we intervene.
Leave it to me. Board the ship and be careful. They have your description, so keep yourself hidden.
As you wish, Detective. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Mr. Moore.
I have a strange feeling this isn't our last meeting anyway. If it's possible, I'd like to forget it all. Simply start a new life. Yeah, that would be great.
Show me your identification papers, sir.
Everything will be okay. The detective will help me out of this. What's taken him so long? He should already be here.
We have a message for you. You shouldn't have escaped from prison and killed policemen. You scum.
A věřte nebo ne, tím příběh alter ega opravdu končí. Tady upřímně mezi námi, nejenom, že ten závěr je celý takový strašlivě uspěchaný, ale snad neznám žádnou jinou adventuru, kde by ten konec byl tak strašlivě jakoby neuspokojivý. Já vím, že ani jeden z těch hrdinů nebyli kdo ví jak jakoby velký kladěsové a tak, ale přeci jenom to zlo, proti kterému bojovali, ten Gismond a Noční jezdec, to bylo daleko horší, než to, co páchali naši dva hrdinové. A přesto to dopadlo takhle. Detektiv pohřben zaživa a chudák Timothy Moore obviněn z jeho vraždy. Takže patrně šibenice. A mezi tím si Lord Gismond a Noční jezdec mohou dál páchat svoje zločiny. Teda to je konec. No, ale tak už to tady je. Tohle je hold alter ego.